Aloreing is a comedy folklore podcast where your hosts Kimmy and Ryan discuss the history and sightings of different lore from around the world. We laugh at many parts of these legends, but we would never laugh at the rich cultures that we explore or the cultural significance of the lore we discuss. We encourage additional research on these topics since our focus is on the lore more than the facts. This podcast also contains graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for young listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hi everyone, my name's Kimmy and I'm here with my co-host Ryan.
Hey guys, welcome back to Aloreing, our folklore podcast, where we tell you the stories and legends of different lore from around the world.
I thought for a second you cut out. I was like, oh no. This has been a fun episode to get started today. Well, let's get right into it. You want to tell me what you found Aloreing this week, Ryan?
Sure. So, I don't want to dox myself by saying where I work in the real world, but they started having me make TikToks, and I am now kind of TikTok famous, and I got a couple million views.
What? Wait, really?
Yeah.
What the hell? That's fucking awesome! Holy hell!
I'm now a professional TikToker.
You've made it, Ryan. You've officially made it.
All that time wasted finally paying off.
That's insane. I'm super happy for you. Holy shit.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is your work Well, is your work super happy about you? Did they get you
yeah. Yeah.
Ryan?
It's going good. The boss messaged me, said, "Good job, Ryan." And that's about all you can expect, you know.
Yeah, welcome to capitalism, am I right? Well, congrats. That's actually super awesome. My Aloreing thing's way more low-key, not million views worth. I went to the aquarium this last week with my brother, my sister-in-law, my little nephew, and Eddie, and I just had a magical time. I felt as excited as he was, and it was really cute because he's 10 months, so he's a little baby, and he is just he's still small, but he's a really big kid, and so he could he would watch the things forever. And he would be kicking his legs as he watched the fish. He was swimming with them. And it was the cutest thing ever. And it made my heart so happy.
Aquariums are one of those things where no matter how old you get, they're still the best thing ever.
Oh, I loved it.
I absolutely love aquariums.
Oh, they had there's two things I loved. I always loved the jellyfish exhibit because it's magical, but the penguins were nesting, and the best thing about the penguins nesting is I love penguins because they're dicks to each other, if you've ever watched them interact. But it was one penguin, they were all building nests for their babies, and one was across the way, and instead of him getting rocks near his little area for his woman's nest, he would walk all the way across and grab rocks from this other person's nest. And one of the guy penguins was not having it and was chase him and snap at him, and it was the funniest thing ever. But I freaking loved it. Just watching penguins for an hour was the most therapeutic thing of my life.
Yeah. It's such a soothing environment just watching aquatic animals go around.
Yeah. I love it. I was
did the aquarium happen to have a bug section?
Oh, I hate, okay, listen. I saw the spider, and my brother was like, "Oh, look, baby," and he would like show the baby, and the baby would get excited, and me and my sister-in-law were like, "What?" Gross, because it's like the whole thing. I was so offended. It was like like a desert tarantula, because it had like a Utah exhibit, and it had like spider webs all in there, and I just felt uncomfortable. I was like, and then there's a scorpion. Ooh, I hate it. I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate it. Little demon creatures. Satan got a little too fucking creative when creating those things. I was over it. I was so over it. Well, that's a great
Speaking
segue
of
into our.
bugs,
Yeah, I was like, look at you! You're segueing. I'm so proud. So, speaking of bugs, I got some good old folklore for you this week. So, are you ready? Are you ready for some good old buggy folklore?
oh yeah, oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah. So, next time you're out fishing in the Musconetcog River, make sure to take a friend with you. You may stumble upon a cryptid that will vanish right in front of your eyes. And no, there are no records of this cryptid hurting anyone, but you'll be left with an unsettling feeling in the pit of your stomach for the rest of your life. This week, I'll be focusing on a cryptid alien-like creature that doesn't have a ton of lore, but was suggested to us a lot, and I mean a lot, via social media. I'll be discussing the Mantis Man, a cryptid that can be found stalking or roaming around in Hackettstown, New Jersey, near the I can't say it. Musconetcong River. I was saying this fine before I started recording. I freaking promise you. Musconetcong. Musconetcong. Oh my goodness. That river. The M River. Okay. So if you click the slide, you'll get to see this beautiful, majestic creature. I love this photo because he looks like a Power Ranger.
I'm not fully convinced that's not a screenshot of a Power Ranger like villain.
It may be, but it's what I saw when I googled Mantis Man. It was like one of the first instances, and I love it. So, the physical appearance is the Mantis Man. Well, looks like a mantis and a man. Standing from 6 to 8 feet tall, this creature seems like an uncomfortable mix of a human and a mantis. The first thing one will notice is the insect-like triangular head and large, slanted, intense eyes that appear either black or brown. Some have even described it to have mandibles. So those are the teeny mouth pinchers that bugs have. Then it has a long, slanky body that appears to be coated in an oily substance. So like it just got done wrestling kind of thing. Its body seems composed of segmented exoskeletons with a thin torso, neck, human arms, and in some cases, wings. With arms that seem more human than mantis, this creature's slightly humanoid appearance causes others to do a double take. One interesting thing about the appearance of the Mantis Man is, unlike the vibrant green color of the praying mantis that we're all used to, this cryptid has been described to be dark brown, dark green, gray, or at times black. Some lore also suggests that this cryptid can shapeshift, which is why it has a slightly human appearance. It's simply trying to blend in with the people around it. Ugh. I don't like bugs.
It's like trying to look like a human, but it can't quite get it right. It's like, I can get everything but my face.
It's like doing its face in the morning, and the mom comes in like, honey, you're going to be late for your fishing lessons. It's like, get out, mom, I'm trying to look normal. And it's like putting makeup on and
He's
crying.
misunderstood.
Well, the disturbing, I think the reason people suggested it is they know my passion for bugs is so strong. So I'll tell you about the personality of this delightful creature. So, even with this menacing appearance, this bug like creature seems to be extremely frightful of people. This timid creature only goes to the river to fish for a meal, but when someone spots it, it will run away and hide. So, when hiding from others, it uses its spooky ability to become invisible or camouflage with its environment. And if a 7-foot mantis man disappearing isn't spooky enough, it's said the creature communicates using telekinesis or a series of clicking sounds and vibrations. Even with these strange abilities, the mantis man is harmless and is just trying to get a meal without being noticed. so, so he looks terrifying, but he is just scared and doesn't want to deal with us, and I respect
Yeah.
that. So, if you click
I
onto
think
the next
you were
slide.
right when you described him as a child.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't even remember I said that. But yeah, no. Wow, I'm just a little slow today. And I love this picture. What comic? This is from a comic book. And it was inspired by all the lore that was going around. It's like some female comic book hero, and I can't remember. But the intensity of this image is absolutely beautiful. Okay. Are you ready for some legend now?
let's do it.
Okay. So, the Mantis Man, also known as the squatting Mantis Man, doesn't have a clear history. Some lore suggest he was an experiment that's gone wrong, and since he was unable to be controlled, he was released into the wild to roam the river. The disturbing experiment could also be a result of a mutation inbreeding situation, which would also explain its human appearance. Lore also says multiple people went through the same experiments, which is why there is more than one mantis man roaming the rivers in the area. So you can run into more than one of these lovely 7-foot creatures.
A
And
small
then,
family of mantis people running around.
nope,
That's
nope, I
terrifying.
don't like it. It's just there's nothing I like about that. I get that they're more this is the only instance when a bug is more scared of me than I am of them.
Where is the Musconetcong River?
It's in New Jersey. Yeah, I was
Everything's in
like
New Jersey.
it's literally in the water.
Yeah.
Cuz that's where you find this creature. Okay.
Terrifying.
So, I hate it. I hate this. Oh. Okay. Anyway, other lore suggests that this creature is extraterrestrial. The cryptid fits the description of an alien species known as the mantis. The mantis aliens are known as the leaders of the gray alien species and have been reported in mainly alien sightings. And, like the famous mantis man, they have the same appearance. The only difference is sometimes these extraterrestrials are seen wearing a colorful robe, where the mantis man is known for rocking it in his birthday suit. So, I don't know what would be more terrifying, seeing a naked mantis man or seeing one with a colorful robe.
I think the robe. That means they're smart. They can make
They can,
Mantis even more terrifying. They're
if they can
adapting, those bastards.
accessorize, if they can accessorize, then you should be concerned.
That's when we know humanity is doomed, when the mantises start wearing cloaks.
Oh, the thing is, maybe it's because Pride Month is on my mind. Because if I saw a mantis with a rainbow robe, I wouldn't feel intimidated. I would feel empowered. But if it was
Right.
like a blue or a
Like
black or something ominous,
when you described the robes, I pictured them as like the stereotypical villain robes where they have like the collars that are like popped over their head and like, you
Yes.
know what I'm talking about? And that would be terrifying.
Yes. That would
If
be
it was like a
terrifying.
bathrobe, that'd be a lot less terrifying. Then I would just think he's on vacation.
What if it's the robe that's like, oh, what is it? Like the robe that looks like your husband just died in the mysterious fiber and the police are telling you, "Do you know which robe I'm talking about?"
Yeah, like the silk robe you wrap around yourself
Yeah.
when you're standing outside of the house. Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be somewhere in the middle.
with the feathers on it and everything.
Mm-hmm. Because then I would think the Mantis Man might have been responsible for that, and he was wearing this robe to cover up. You know.
Just making clicking noises as he talks to the police crime.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it isn't clear where the Mantis Man comes from, and this can be to the fact that there just isn't a lot of history about them. But I like to think it has something to do with aliens and the Mantis alien race. But there are some discoveries that suggest the squatting Mantis Man has been around for hundreds of years. How do you say it? Petrograph? Oh my, that's
Petroglyph.
not right. Petroglyph.
Petroglyph.
A
Petroglyph.
petroglyph.
Yep.
Oh, petroglyph. A petroglyph discovered in Turin, Iran shows a mysterious rock art engraving that visually depicts a large mantis insect. So if you want to click on the next picture, I have this image for you. And
Oh.
it's so creepy and I hate it, and you will see why. So typically petroglyphs show animals, pets, or people hunting, but never giant insects. The archaeologists that discovered this refer it to an invertebrate morph and suggest that it could be an alien-like symbol similar to other petroglyphs found around the world. The symbols of the Mantis Man also suggest it to be a barrier between the earth and the realm of the gods. Isn't that freaking crazy? I was losing my crap reading that. I was like, this is
He's
insane.
even got the little curved arms.
Yeah, and he's like squatting weird. Like, ugh. He would make like that like scurry sound as he walks, like the, you know? Ugh, I hate it. So, ugh, I hate bugs. I hate bugs. It's fine. Woo! Okay, whether an alien or a man-eating insect, it's hard to depict what a two-dimensional image on a rock truly means. But where we lack in history and backstory, we make up for in sightings. So, if you would like to click to my next favorite photo, this is the Mantis Man hunting in a river.
Why is he smiling?
Because he caught a fish and he's delighted.
We need to post this photo on our Instagram. The world needs to see this.
It needs to be a caption. It's like when you finally get to eat.
Oh, that's adorable.
I love this one. He's so happy with himself.
Nice.
We'll make it
Good
to a
for him.
meme. We'll make it into a meme. I don't know what yet, but it will be a glorious meme. Well, okay. This is the part. This is what made me continue the Mantis Man research. So there has been tons of recent sightings of the famous Mantis Man. Hackstown even has a forum on their website with multiple Mantis Man witnesses and sightings. So for sake of time, I'm just going to talk about 3 of the most popular ones to this lore. But there's a whole forum, and it's wild, and I love it. So, the first one. In 2002, the first written encounter took place with this cryptid in Stevens State Park, north of Hackstown, New Jersey. 2 brothers were about waist-high fishing in the river. As it went from evening to dusk, one of the brothers moved about 50 yards downstream to fish. While the brothers were separated, the one that moved downstream began to feel a strange, sharp vibration in his right ear. Confused, he turned his head to try to shake off the noise or see where it was coming from. That's when he saw a man-like creature that scared him to the point of peeing his own pants. It stood at 6 to 7 feet in height, had grayish black skin, and this mantis man just stared back at the brother, surprised that the human could see him. Then the mantis man vanished and disappeared into the fog.
He's like, shit, I forgot to turn on my invisibility cloak.
That's exactly what that was. He was like, you can see me? When you're trying to do a stealth mission and you fail miserably. That's what that is. Oh, I hate that one. That one's creepy. I don't know. The fact that he said he peed his own pants also like makes it worse for me.
And is that what this is that what this picture is based off of? Or what the kid saw when he turned around? This man smiling.
That was
I'd
the
be
face
terrified.
he
I'd
was
pee my
making.
pants. Look at that mouth. It's like,
well, like even if you imagine he has little like pincers that wiggle too, like you're face to face with this giant creature that's staring at you like, oh shit. I just like that the fear was mutual.
I had a pet praying mantis when I was younger, and
really,
I used to I had it in a little enclosure, and so you'd have to like catch crickets and stuff to feed it and like watch it hunt. And I've seen small praying mantises, and they're kind of terrifying. So seeing a giant one, 100% pee my pants.
No,
like this kid had every right.
I'd be out so fast.
Yeah.
Oh well, I got another good one for you. So, the next sighting of this cryptid happened in 2004 in the Muscontet. I was saying this before. This is driving me crazy. I practiced this before we recorded. Musconetcong River. Two men were out fishing about chest deep when they noticed something unusual out of the corner of their eyes. There was something moving along the river bank, but it didn't seem human. A humanoid creature resembling a mantis that was about 7 feet tall with a triangular face, large black eyes, and a green body color. The creature noticed one of the men staring at him, looked back at him, surprised that he could see him, and a few moments later, the creature then dematerialized mid-stride, as if he was never there to begin with. Like the Matrix.
I was about to say maybe the mantis man isn't actually invisible and he just thinks he is, which is why he's always surprised when people see him. But if he dematerialized mid-stride, then he's just really bad at remembering to stay invisible.
Maybe it's like how we always forget our masks now, you know? It's like, got my keys, got my phone.
Thing. He's like, oh, yeah. Oh, forgot my invisibility cloak. Damn it.
Got my keys, got my phone, got my fishing hook. Oh, shit. Forgot my invisibility cloak.
Shit. Exactly.
Well, I got one last sighting, and this was the more spookadies of the three.
Love it.
So, the last encounter I'll be talking about happened between July 22nd and 25th in 2014. A man by the name of Mr. Strictly was driving home along the M River. I can't, you guys. I've tried. The M River after a trip to the store. That's when he noticed something strange along the riverbank. At first, he assumed it was a fisherman, but as he got close, he saw a humanoid creature that resembled the appearance of a mantis-like man. And I got a direct quote from Mr. Strictly and his experience. So, I don't know what Mr. Strictly would sound like. Just like a deep. I'll try. I'm trying to be more immersive for all you folks. Okay. I saw something strange a few weeks ago on the Musconetcong River near my home here in Huckstown, New Jersey. I was driving home from the drugstore. I saw you laugh. Ooh, okay. I just sound like Bernie
He's
Sanders.
from
That's
New
fine.
Jersey. What is that accent? You gotta do like you gotta do like the Jersey Shore accent. He's from New Jersey.
I don't. I'm gonna keep doing old Birdie. Feels right. Okay, the
Vermont, New
drugstore.
Jersey. What's the difference?
What's the difference, right? There's people screaming right now, but I'm going to do old man Birdie because this is our show.
I'm sorry to all of our New Jersey and Vermont listeners, I guess.
I feel nothing. Okay, from the drugstore on Newburgh Road, as I drove near the bridge on the river, I noticed to my left something. I thought a fisherman standing in the river just off the south bank. I slowed the car and looked closer. It wasn't a person, and it was transparent-like with a weird shape. It moved slowly towards the bank and into the trees. I drove further so I could see it coming out of the trees. That's the last I saw of it. It was tall, 8 foot or so, and had long, thin arms hanging off of it. The color was a pale brown, but I could see through it. The head was small compared to the body. It was a sunny day, so I thought it may be a glare from the water, but after I thought back, I realized I wasn't seeing a mirage or a glare. I checked the internet. I didn't see anything about it. I mentioned it to a coworker in my office at lunch on the Wednesday. He gave me the strangest look. I thought, uh-oh, he thinks I'm nuts. We went back to his computer and he brought up the Hackstown form with the Mantis man witness. Da, da, da. So that was his
Crazy
quote.
that Mr. Strictly went on to be the senator of Vermont.
I want you to know I did a call to Cthulhu campaign, and we had pre-made characters we could pick from. And I had the option to be like a beautiful female character, but I noticed there was like this old man character that liked mythology and missed his like dead wife, and I was like, I want to play that one. And I was like, I did that voice. So I was the most badass Bernie Sanders in that campaign because my roles were lucky AF and it was amazing.
Yeah. I love it.
The problem is I'd see you out of the corner of my eye laughing and it would make me chuckle. I was like, no, I gotta be serious.
Great. I felt like I was there talking to Mr. Strictly.
Talking to him over a cup of coffee, right?
I'm not nuts, you're nuts.
I'm not your nuts. So that was my last sighting. So in closing, the Mantis Man is a spooky cryptid that has been spotted by many individuals and has left one hell of an impression on everyone it's encountered. Even though it doesn't appear vicious, its looks are enough to shock and scare anyone it sees. Ooh, Bugman. Cool. I hate it. Well, okay. So that was my folklore this week. Let's do our quick announcement before we move on to our Aloreing alignment chart, though. Okay. So everybody, please don't forget to check out the Aloreing Fund Drive. If you become a Patreon this month, you'll get some exclusive prizes that I have made. And I have handmade these with my blood, my sweat, my tears, and my love. And even more love. And maybe some of Luma's love, as she has grabbed things and taken them from me. while creating them. So we got stickers, we got thank you postcards, we got signed prints, we got mini coloring books for anyone who joins. And you also get access to all our behind the scenes content on Patreon and bonus episodes of Liquor and Lore.
Not only do you get prizes, but you're supporting our show. Listen, this is very true. A podcast is a lot of work. Like, more than I thought possible. It takes a lot of time. The more funding we get, the less we have to worry about silly expenses like hosting, website hosting, editing, etc. There's a lot to it, and we can spend it focusing on creating content for the show.
So become a Patreon today. It would really mean the world to us, and we would love you for it so much. So simply go to patreon.com/Aloreing and join today. You can pick any tier. Every tier has different prizes, and it's just a pretty cool thing to do to show that you like the show and support us. So we appreciate it. You can pause the episode right now, go do it, come back, and hear us chitty-chatty for another little bit. Okay, so now to the Aloreing alignment chart. Okay, I don't think he's good or evil. I just think he's just doing his thing. But I don't like bugs, so I put him more towards chaotic. Because it's the face.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't trust bitches with triangle faces. Just there's something.
I'm thinking his whole thing is just, I'm gonna make people think they're crazy. I'd say that's pretty chaotic.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah. No, so I'd drop it so they're more chaotic on the scale. But I felt like that was pretty true to what the creature has. I don't know. Do you have any last minute feelings about the Mantis Man?
I fully believe the Mantis Man is real now after hearing fake Bernie Sanders, New Jersey Sanders talk. Mr. Strictly, after hearing Mr. Strictly talk.
Mr. Strictly. Mr. Strictly Sheen.
And I just love I just love that the Mantis Man just keeps forgetting to go invisible, and that's why there's so many sightings.
I like to think that it's the whole idea that there's a whole family and there's just one person that keeps fucking it up for the rest of them.
Yeah. The one that refuses to wear robes keeps forgetting to go invisible.
You can't tell me what to do,
out
Mom.
Streaking again
person.
last night. Exactly.
I love it. Well, keep an eye out for him when you guys go fishing in New Jersey. Then, but he won't eat you. He'll just have that adorable little smile as he catches his fish and stares into your soul. So, well, thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Aloreing.
You have an alluring day, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Aloreing. Music by Lane Hammonds. Special thanks to Alex Higgins for help with our audio this season. Check out his podcast, What Happened in Vegas, available on all platforms. Check out our website and blog at aloreing.com. That's ALOREING.com. If you have questions, folklore, cryptid sightings, or urban legends you would like us to discuss, email us at aloreing@gmail.com. If you liked this show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcast. It's the best way to help support us and spread the word. Another way to show your support and have access to bonus content not posted anywhere else, visit our Patreon page today. All links are available on our website and Instagram.